patients. How many of you knew that? See? That is very, very scary, isn't it? And what about our nurses? They're taking away the bursaries and going over to the Philippines to recruit nurses. I saw on BBC News that trusts say they can recoup the recruitment costs of these nurses within 3 months of full-time employment. So why give bursaries? The Philippines train 100,000 nurses per annum, but they only have jobs for 40,000. That leaves a pool of 60,000 trained nurses per annum that we can import to the detriment of our students. We have enough nurses. That's how we can cover shifts with agency staff. So why do our nurses choose to work for agencies as opposed to the NHS? Because their pay and conditions have been eroded to the point where they think, what the heck? Treat us fairly, recognise the good work nurses do, staff our wards safely, and watch these nurses return to the NHS. Now, going back to the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership, I came across this last week, so I'm just as guilty as the majority of you of not knowing about it. I decided to put into my Google search engine, what will the ramifications be to the NHS if we stay within the EU? And this came up. It was in the Guardian online, and it said TTIP would give investors new legal rights, which extend beyond both UK and EU law, as well as NHS contracts. And this is according to a gentleman called Michael Bosher QC. Now, this man is the former chair of the Bar Council's EU Law Committee, who was tasked by Unite, I'm not a member of Unite, to prepare the advice. Bosher said he had concluded that the deal poses a real and serious risk to future UK government decision making regarding the NHS. Real and serious risk from a QC who is eminently conversant with international law. He goes on to say, we consider that the solution to the problems TTIP poses to the NHS, and which is likely to provide the greatest protection, is for the NHS to be excluded from the agreement by way of a blanket exception contained within the main text of TTIP. And this is what Bosher said. This QC has said in order to protect our NHS, it should be ring-fenced and excluded. Now, it wasn't until I looked it up on the internet that I realised this, and then the penny dropped. This is the government's end game, and they're not telling us the truth. I don't know about you, but this fills me with absolute dread. All these cuts are getting us ready to be sold to the highest bidder. So I urge you, support our junior doctors, support our nurses, and keep our NHS a service and not a PLC. Thank you.